All right. Good morning. Thank you for joining. I'm just going to start and let people trickle in as the time goes by. So I'm just going to share my screen with you. There we go. Okay, so today is the very first day of Aboriginal AIDS Awareness Week. My name is Wandy. I am the Community Health Outreach Worker for the Saskatoon Tribal Council. Me and my colleague Chelsea have put together today's first kickoff, as well as we have a virtual health fair on December 4th from 1 to 3. And there's going to be speakers from different organizations throughout Saskatchewan to help spread awareness and education. So here we go. Okay, so first, I wanted to acknowledge that we gather here today. We acknowledge we're on Treaty 6 territory in the homeland of the Métis. We pay our respects to the First Nations and Métis ancestors of this place and reaffirm our relationship with one another. So I wanted to just take a brief moment of silence to remember all of our friends and family members who have lost their lives or have been affected from HIV and AIDS in our Indigenous communities. Okay, so today is December 1st, so it's World AIDS Day. So um, while today is also the launch of Aboriginal AIDS Awareness Week in Canada. So it's time for reflection on what we've achieved throughout the nation and globally as a response to HIV, and also to acknowledge what we still must achieve. So the Public Health Agency of Canada monitors HIV throughout Canada. So they've estimated that at the end of 2016, there were 63,110 Canadians with HIV. So that's an estimated 86% of people in Canada with HIV were diagnosed and aware they had HIV, but this also means that there's an estimated 14% of people with HIV who were undiagnosed at the end of 2016. And so now we move on to Aboriginal AIDS Awareness Weeks, which is from the 1st to the 5th. So we ask, why is this so important? So it's an occasion to raise awareness surrounding HIV/AIDS and its impact on First Nations populations. It's a way to increase awareness and knowledge about HIV/AIDS. It's a way to establish ongoing prevention and education programs in Aboriginal communities. It's a way to address community attitudes that may interfere with prevention, care, and treatment activities. And it's a way to reduce related stigma and discrimination. So every year around this time, it's an opportunity to begin a dialogue about HIV among people in our community, especially to the young men and women who are at greatest risk of the infection. It's an ideal time to begin to raise knowledge about HIV, so what the virus is, how it's spread, the knowledge of importance of how prevention or how to prevent the infection, regular testing, and about treatment. So it's an perhaps an ideal time for our community to remember friends, family, community members who have lost their lives and who have died to AIDS-related illness. Or perhaps it's an ideal time to sit with our community elders and leaders. Maybe we need to start a necessary dialogue about what's needed to educate our community's young people and how best to reduce HIV and AIDS related stigma and discrimination, or how best to support and care Aboriginal people living with HIV/AIDS in our communities. and then to discuss how it is directly affected in our First Nations community. So we cannot pretend that HIV doesn't exist in our communities. It does. HIV affects all of our communities, and knowledge and awareness about HIV is one way to address and a response to the fear, the shame, the stigma that contributes to each new infection. It's important to raise awareness about this prevention, and for all Indigenous people to have knowledge to make the difference, to be leaders in our own communities. So I've just attached a short video here for us. Oops. Let's see if I can get this going here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so that was just a really short and sweet opening about why this week is important, different things we can do to raise awareness just as ourselves in our communities, and also a really awesome way to gather more information about resources in our communities is, like I said, joining our virtual health fair. So we have different people, staff members and peers from different organizations that will be speaking about the resources and services they provide for Indigenous people in our communities for HIV care. And that's going to be on Friday. So this Friday, December 4th, from 1, it actually says 4, it's till 3 p.m. And if you go to our Facebook page, our Know Your Status Facebook page, you can find a way to register there. So you register, and then after you register, you'll get an email with a link to this presentation. Or you can email me. I left my email in the chat, so you can email me, and then I can send you the registration, and then you'll be able to get yourself registered for that. I'm just going to check to see if there's any questions in the box here. Alrighty, well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you on December 4th for our virtual health fair. Take care and have a great week.
It's a good one.